Nutmeg 2 Palmetto here from my old stomping grounds, favorite breweries in Connecticut, Alvarium Beer Company. We're going to go in, we're going to have a flight, going to refresh some of my memories from my early times in this whole craft beer journey. So why don't you join me, have some beer, have a good time, right after the theme song. Hey everyone, got my 2 Palmetto back on the channel, continuing my little tour around my old stomping grounds, one of my favorite places in Connecticut, up in New Britain, Hard Hittin New Britain. For those that know, hashtag if you know you know, Alvarium Brewing Company. Come in here, big honeybee on the sign, lots of honeycomb design everywhere, ton of stuff. You can see a nice little foray of different colors on the flight. So I'll do this a little bit of imperfectly me craft style, now and chew. I do the 5-minute flights. I can't guarantee I'll take 5 minutes because sometimes I like to run off the mouth a little bit, but we'll try. So first off, we got Control Alt Delete, which is a German alt beer. Color, nice and brown, rusty amber color. Let's get a nose on it. Get a nose on her. Boy, Chocolate. Definitely get some of that burnt caramelly, rusty type of note. Yeah, definitely getting that. Definitely getting that roasty burn aroma. Nice and traditional. It's got a little bit of carbonated crisp on the back of the aroma too. Let's take a sip. Kind of tastes like a brown. Definitely tastes a bit of a very crisp carbonated brown. Not getting a ton of sweetness. Might be buried by the temperature, might be buried by the carbonation. But to me this tastes like a bit of a malty brown. Not so much amber, Vienna, that sort of thing. There is a Vienna on the menu. I may get that later. We'll see. Solid. Even though it tastes like a bit more brown, it's still very good. Next one. Hopefully I pronounced this right. The play on the words is heavy metal. But with the punctuations, a couple umlauts, and the way it's spelled, it looks like heavy metal. So it is, I believe this is an oatmeal stout or oatmeal porter. Check that. Check the tap list. We're going to find it. Yeah, oatmeal stout. Oatmeal stout. The heavy metal. Get some of that brown and carbonation out of my palate. It's a little dry. It's almost very, very subtle. Super subtle on this. There's a little bit of a toasty roastiness way on the back end, but a lot of what I pick up is almost like a dry stout. Very, very dry, very clean aroma. Let's dive in. There's something interesting there. It's got I hate when you have that very familiar flavor and you just can't place it. Kind of chocolatey. No sweetness at all. It's kind of chocolatey, but more towards like a malty type of stout. It's definitely got a chocolate note in there. Which I don't know. I don't know so much expect that from something labeled an oatmeal stout. Solid. Very good. Next one is called Vic Viper. This is a double dry hop. It's New England style. It I believe I did see this online the other day when I was planning out my trip. And it does have, as the name suggests, Vic Viper, it does have Vic Secret hops. It's called Victoria's Secret. Vic Secret hops. Color, standard New England style color. Very gold, very bright. Get that stout out of my palate. This has a little bit of a hoppy aroma. A lot of orange, very, very orangey. Maybe that's the Vic Secret. It's a very, very orangey aroma. Very pretty sweet, very pure orange, like a fresh, like sticking your teeth into a fresh clementine. Ooh, self-carbonation's getting me popping. Beer for breakfast, facts for snacks. There you go. That is pretty dank. That is pretty darn dank. Mellows out after a bit, but up front, it's very, very dank. A little bit of that bright citrusy hotness to it. Yeah, that's a lot of citrus and a lot of dank. That's pretty darn good. Yeah, it definitely has that orange on the nose. A lot of dank on the flavor. That one's very good. Next one we got another. This is a triple IPA called Moon Rocks. This was the add-on flight because, as you can see, there's 5 here, but I'm thinking traditional flights are usually 4. So I'm ordering the flight. I give my 4, and the bartender looks at me and says, "You want to make another one? Make it 5." I'm like, "I have 5?" So this was the add-on. So we'll go with the Moon Rocks. Triple IPA. So you can look at that. Standard, bright orange New England type of color. Doing that after New England, those hops can kind of like mess with your palate a little bit, so try to cleanse that a little bit. Oh, a lot of carbonation here. Woo. Burping. Now this one's subtle. This one's got a super subtle aroma. I get almost got nothing on that. Very, very, very subtle. I'm kind of getting a very clean orange type of sensation, but very, very subtle. There's not a lot in the nose. Take a sip. Moon Rocks. That's piney. That's dank. Kind of similar to this one, where you get the bitterness, but it mellowed out. This one mellows out a little bit, but not a lot. It's really holding that piney, hoppy, kind of bright bite to it a little bit more. Yeah, this is probably the type of NEPA that will make hopheads go nuts. I like this one better, but this is probably one that might sell, that probably does sell more if I had to imagine by just the way pop culture and beer goes. Pop culture and beer culture? I don't know. What do the people want? The people want hoppy bombs. This is probably what people want. I like the Big Secret though. Now I will say this is very sneaky. You probably can't drink it too fast because of the hops, because of the punch, because of the bite. but other than that, it's really not any kind of overpowering. So for a triple IPA, very, very sneaky, very, very smooth. Aside from the hopness, you do get, like I said, you get the bite from the hops, a little bit of bitterness in that regard, but there's no overpowering booziness. So if you can deal with the bite from the hops, this is probably gonna sneak up on you very, very quickly. All right, and of course I had to do it. Now this is a variant of Alvarium's very famous Ecto Cooler, which is normally green. I had it the other night out at a local establishment, and it was pretty sour. So this one is pink, is Ecto Cooler Pink Slime. So I'm very curious to see what this is going to taste like, because the Ecto Cooler, the green one, which I wanted to try for so long, I always missed it when I was up here, and then of course I moved. So I always missed the Ecto Cooler, so I always wanted to try it, and I tried it. And the aroma was very good. A lot of berries, a lot of sweetness, that sort of thing. But the flavor was super sour. And I'm looking at the menu online, how it was described. It made me think it was going to be more highly fruited. So I'm very excited to try this, see if it's any different. There are a lot of sweet adjuncts on the menu. Marshmallows, that sort of thing. And I can already kind of smell the strawberry and a very sweetness, so it might be the marshmallows there. Strawberries very present. Strawberries very present, and I definitely get that sweetness. Definitely get the sweetness from whatever it is. I'm guessing it's probably the marshmallow, but there's very strong sweetness and very present strawberry aroma. All right. I'm hoping it's going to be a more tart than the green one, the one that Ecto Cooler made its name off of. So let's dive in and take a sip. Yeah, it's definitely not as sour as the green one. Now it hangs around. It almost gives very familiar candy type of note. My brain's playing. I don't want to say Starburst, but almost kind of like Starburst. That's kind of like hanging around the back end, but up front you get something that's very sweet, very strawberry, very juicy. It's not good. It's not making you pucker. There's definitely no pucker on this. So Ecto Cooler green, if you want something more sour. Ecto Cooler pink slime, kind of pinkish, kind of a grapefruit color, I think. Ecto Cooler pink slime if you want your sours more tart. The sweetness is definitely there. It's definitely present. It's not overpowering. This is not diabetes in a glass. Yeah, I'm liking this way more than the green one. So that's solid. Full array of beers on this flight. Full array of options on their tap list. Big tap list. Lots of to-go options. Alvarium and Hard Hittin New Britain. Stop up here if you're ever in Connecticut. You make a little trip around here and you want to go to a beer check. Alvarium is definitely worth a stop. If you like what you saw from me and you want more, smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so exactly when these videos drop. If you want the rest of my nonsense, follow me on my social media channels, TikTok and Instagram, @Nutmeg2Palmetto. And until the next time, I'm going to finish these. I might add one more stop on this trip. I think I do. I do actually, not might, I do. I have one more stop on this trip, so hope you've enjoyed these videos on my trek through my old stomping grounds. And until next time, what do I want to cheers with? I think of all these, I think my favorite was probably the Vic Viper, so cheers folks. I'll see you next time.